Elon Musk is betting big on electric cars as the future, but Toyota has just dropped a bombshell that could change everything. They've unveiled a new engine that supposedly runs on water. Yes, water. This bold claim could throw a wrench into Musk's electric vehicle ambitions. But is it really possible for a car to run solely on water with no traditional fuel or external electricity? Could Toyota's water engine actually disrupt the electric vehicle market? In a world where car tech is evolving rapidly, Toyota's latest breakthrough is turning heads. The idea is simple yet revolutionary. Through a process called electrolysis, the vehicle splits water into hydrogen and oxygen, using the hydrogen to power the engine. When these elements recombine, they release energy to move the car, leaving behind nothing but clean water vapor. No pollution, no harmful emissions. This innovation could mark a major step forward in the fight against global warming and urban pollution. Toyota claims this is a pathway to a greener, cleaner future, aligning perfectly with global efforts to combat climate change. While electric vehicles have long been considered the eco-friendly gold standard, thanks to their zero emissions and ability to use renewable energy, Toyota's water-powered car introduces a compelling alternative. Unlike EVs, which rely on large batteries that must be plugged into the grid, this vehicle runs on water, an abundant and widely available resource. Even better, the electrolysis process can be powered by renewable sources like solar and wind, making it even more sustainable. It also bypasses the environmental downsides of battery production and disposal. Toyota's executive vice president and tech lead described this water-powered system as the future of travel during a recent announcement in Japan. He emphasized that Toyota is evolving beyond traditional cars to become a mobility company offering innovative transportation solutions. Joining him were Takahiro Ko, head of Toyota's electric vehicle division, and Matsumoto Yanagawa, who leads a hydrogen car team. Together, they presented a unified vision for Toyota's future. The company already has hydrogen fuel cell vehicles in development, which use stored hydrogen to generate electricity through a reaction with air. At the center of Toyota's new water-powered concept is a device called the Electrolia, a small but powerful unit that efficiently converts water into hydrogen on demand. Unlike other hydrogen vehicles that require large pressurized tanks, the Electrolia produces hydrogen only when needed, keeping the system compact and lightweight. To make this work, Toyota had to upgrade the engine itself. Fuel injectors must be modified to handle hydrogen, and the engine block and cylinder head need reinforcement, as hydrogen burns much hotter than gasoline. If Toyota's vision becomes reality, it could represent a seismic shift in how we power transportation, potentially rivaling or even surpassing electric vehicles in the push toward sustainability. Even the valves and spark plugs in Toyota's water-powered engine get special upgrades to keep everything running smoothly and safely. While the intricate details of the system will be explored later, the key advantage is already clear. Toyota's water engine outperforms traditional hydrogen motors in a big way. Why? Because storing water is far simpler and safer than storing hydrogen. Hydrogen is a gas that requires heavy, expensive, high-pressure tanks, which can leak and pose safety risks. Water, on the other hand, is a liquid, easy to store, requiring no specialized tanks, and free of dangerous pressure concerns. This makes Toyota's engine an ideal solution not only for small cars, but also for large trucks and even power plants. Its simplicity, safety, and sustainability give it a major edge, helping reduce reliance on fossil fuels and cutting down on pollution, an important step toward a cleaner, greener future in both transportation and energy. But here's a twist. Toyota didn't invent the idea of water-powered cars from scratch. Believe it or not, this concept has a long and colorful history filled with bold claims and wild promises. Back in 2008, a company called Genesis Facts claimed to have created a car that ran solely on water, eliminating the need for gasoline or diesel. They said their system split water into hydrogen and oxygen, using the hydrogen to power the car. It sounded revolutionary, But experts soon discovered the car actually required a substance called metal hydride to function. In short, it wasn't purely water-powered as advertised. Genesis facts, led by Jean Pac, failed to provide solid proof, and scientists criticized the idea, pointing out that water is a very stable compound, and splitting it requires a large amount of energy, far more than what could be practically recovered. As physicists noted, you can't just extract free energy from water. It's like trying to squeeze juice from a rock. This wasn't the first time someone made bold claims about water fuel vehicles. In the 1980s, Stanley Meyer claimed he had developed a dune buggy that ran entirely on water. Despite the hype, Meyer never offered concrete evidence and was later charged with fraud in 1996. Similarly, in 2002, a company called Hydrogen Technology Applications promoted a device called the Aquagen, supposedly capable of splitting water to power cars. They initially focused on welding applications, but soon claimed it could fuel vehicles. Scientists remained unconvinced, and the company eventually admitted it only made cars more fuel efficient, not water-powered. That same year, Genesis World Energy promised to tap energy from water with a new device, attracting significant investment but never producing a working vehicle. In 2006, the company's founder, Patrick Kelly, was jailed for fraud. Even more eyebrow-raising stories emerged. In 2008, a Sri Lankan singer named Tasharaya claimed he drove a car 190 kilometers on just 3 liters of water, earning public support, even from the country's prime minister, before being arrested for fraud. Then in 2022, an Indonesian man named Ari Miku announced a device called the Nakba that could allegedly power a motorcycle for 500 kilometers on a single liter of water. He claimed companies like Lamborghini and Ferrari were interested. But scientists in Indonesia debunked the claim, saying it violated the laws of physics, and those luxury car brands denied any involvement. Ari Miku's story, like so many before it, unraveled under scrutiny. It's starting to feel like another big promise with no proof. And after so many flops and frauds, it's fair to wonder, has someone been trying to suppress water-powered cars on purpose? While there's no solid evidence of a grand conspiracy, there are some compelling reasons why such a thing could happen. For one, the fossil fuel industry is a trillion-dollar giant. A truly functional water-powered vehicle could disrupt their empire, and these powerful players have the money and influence to shut down anything that threatens their profits. Oil companies might push back hard, spreading skepticism, lobbying against emerging tech, or fueling doubt through misinformation. Then there's public perception and media influence. A concept like using water as fuel sounds so radical that many people struggle to believe it's even possible.